Well, hello guys, and this is going to be a bit of a strange one because we're actually currently in Vietnam, in Dalat. And our video coming up today is in KEP, back in Cambodia.
Yeah, so we stayed in KEP for I think 3 or 4 nights, can't remember exactly, but it felt like a long time. So this video is all about, is KEP actually worth visiting? So, let's start off by saying how we got there. So we got a giant ibis bus from Phnom Penh to KEP. Now that should have been, I believe, 4 hours?
Yep, and this was our second giant ibis, and the first one went really well, so we thought, why not? Let's just get the bus.
Yeah, but the second one, well firstly, he couldn't drive to save his life.
He was a proper like kangaroo driver, like vroom, vroom, vroom. Okay, so we're 2 hours into the trip. We've got another 2 hours left to camp out. And that was like, it's like the nicest bus we've been on comfort-wise. And the driver is a lunatic.
Like, he actually has a death wish.
He is crazy. He has been like, stop-starting, crashing almost, and just, oh. Yeah.
It's horrible. I actually feel sick. Like,
so you can imagine how I am.
Oh.
Oh.
It is grim. You're actually like fearing for your life every 2 minutes.
So yeah, we've got another 2 hours of this, and we'll see how that goes.
The main thing was the off-road experience.
Yeah, he decided to take a massive coach off-road.
Yeah.
That was an experience in itself.
I actually thought we were going to get stuck.
Well, we did.
We did get stuck, yeah, we did get stuck. Basically, there was so much construction on the road that all the cars were actually going off like a side bit, but it was basically down a ditch, and we're in a coach, and I'm surprised we got out of it. But anyway, about 5 hours later in the end, we arrived in KEP. So we got off the bus, and we kind of looked around, we thought, okay, not much happening, not much around. Let's get to our hotel and then see what's what.
It felt like a very sleepy town.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just wasn't a lot happening.
No, but we thought maybe there's maybe we've just been dropped off like at the bus stop and there's something else that we don't know about yet. But we got to our accommodation, which was called Khmer Hands, and it was kind of this tree housey bungalow type resort place.
It was just really, really nice.
Yeah.
As it turns out, we spent most of our time there.
Yes, so we did actually spend a lot of the time in what we're calling the Treehouse restaurant, which was super nice. So that is one thing about KEP. I would advise you pick nice accommodation.
Yeah, like anywhere in Southeast Asia or anywhere in the world, if you're going somewhere you don't know that well, it's always nice to have a fallback of a decent resort.
Yeah.
KEP is definitely one of those places that you need a nice resort.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll see why with the footage that we'll show.
Yeah.
But yeah, there wasn't a lot going on.
Yeah, so, also, just one thing I want to add. The weather whilst we were there was pretty pants.
We were very unlucky.
Very unlucky with the weather. It was raining, it was grey, it was pretty English-like weather, which is never going to paint anywhere in a good light. But with that being said, even with that, even if it was glorious sunshine, I don't think it would have been a winner.
No, I mean, one of the main reasons we wanted to go to KEP was for the national park, and that would have only been good in good weather. It's one of the only places in Cambodia, I think the only place, as far as we know anyway,
We think, yeah.
that you can actually go on a hike without a guide.
Yes.
So that's pretty huge. So we were really happy about that, and the weather did not play ball.
No, it did not. Anyway, let's start with the good things about KEP. The good. Okay, so KEP is known for its crab. So obviously there is a lot of seafood, a lot of crab restaurants, a lot of things like that. So if you were into seafood and crab, then it is a good place to eat, basically to eat your way around. So on the first night, we're not big seafood people as it goes, but on the first night we thought one of us at least has to get some crab. So this guy here ended up eating a crab curry.
It was basically, the best way to explain it, if you know Thai food, is it tasted like a massaman curry, but with crab meat. So really good. It was one of the best meals I had in Cambodia, actually. Thinking about it, probably was the best meal I had in Cambodia. So I got crab curry, potatoes, loads of veg, coconutty. The smell was really good. And some steamed rice.
Yeah, so meanwhile, I ordered the unthinkable, which is chicken at an amazing seafood restaurant. But no, I have got, basically, I have a very tiny appetite at the minute, so I'm just having some chicken stews. Yeah, no, seriously, I had that massive sandwich at lunch and I am so full. I think it's because I haven't eaten much in the last few days. Anyway, but I have it with a spicy like pepper dip, like sauce, and the pepper is from local Cambodia. So I haven't done too badly.
Some local stuff.
Yeah, some local stuff there, some local flavours. But yeah, I'll give it a try.
That chewy bit of chicken.
Yes, I believe the seafood is where it's at.
Official review. Average.
Okay, so a recap of the good about KEP. The food, if you're into seafood.
Yes.
Don't order chicken at a seafood restaurant. Just don't. Number 2, our accommodation was really lovely. The people were lovely. It was just a really nice, chilled out vibe.
And it was the best breakfast we had.
It was a good breakfast.
It was good breakfast, great staff, really nice owner, and the actual room itself was really quite cool. And it had a hammock.
Yeah.
If you have a hammock, you win my vote.
And number 3, which is kind of a half point for us because we didn't do it ourselves, but the national park and the hiking is supposed to be very good, so that would be good point number 3. Bad stuff about KEP.
On to the bad.
On to the bad stuff. So, number 1, it was a ghost town.
It really was. I mean, you'll see with the footage, it was a reminder of a program like The Walking Dead to me. We were walking down the beach.
The main road as well.
It was the main road, the main strip, if you like, to get to a coffee shop because we read good reviews. And that was like an hour-and-a-half walk. It took ages, and we even stopped at tourist attractions.
Oh yes, the tourist attractions.
Which were literally just a statue, which weren't crazily impressive. But anyway, we'll give them that. It was a tourist attraction. But yeah, an hour and a half it took us to get to this coffee shop, and there was nothing.
Yeah, like usually if you were walking for an hour and a half in a town, you would come across something, you know, you'd come across at least a restaurant, at least, you know, you'd come across something, and there really wasn't anything of interest that we came across. And we walked both directions along the seafront for quite a while.
We were not paying those overpriced taxis.
No.
So we just walked everywhere.
No. Yeah, be careful of them, because they're having a laugh, some of them there. They really are.
Because they do try to take the mick a little bit.
Yeah.
And you don't have Grab there. So that's why you've got to be a bit more wary, because you can't use the apps like you do everywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was kind of a side note. That was like 1A.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 1 was that it's a total ghost town. I don't know if that was the season that we went in, like the month that we went in, but it just felt deserted. It was very strange, a very strange vibe. And yeah, because of that, the taxi situation isn't fantastic.
No, which is understandable, but just be aware.
Yeah. Point 2.
Number 2.
The beach.
Or shall we say,
the beach.
lack of.
The beach. Okay, this is a seaside town where we have heard that local people and down from the city come to KEP as like a little break.
Yeah.
Why, I don't know.
Okay.
This beach was, for one, it was very small. 2, it was just not very nice. Like, it's just not nice. It's not a nice sandy beach.
Well, it's not the kind of beach that you'd go to take a dip. But the worst part was it was just covered in litter and rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah, just smothered.
And that rolls into point 3 that's bad with KEP. I have never seen, until the next place.
That's to come.
That's to come. But at that point, we had not seen that much rubbish anywhere.
It was bad, and that's where the whole Walking Dead thing came to my mind, because you'd be walking up they're massive roads, huge roads.
Yeah, like dual carriageway type roads through this tiny town.
And there was no people, like for a long time, but like piles of rubbish everywhere. Almost like everyone just comes out at night and has a massive rave or
just
something.
Empties their wheelie bins on the beach and on the path and it's very weird.
The litter was very bad.
Yeah, that was a big issue there.
That would bring anywhere down, so that's not really a reflection on just the beach in general, but the litter really does bring the tone down.
I know that they do a beach clean-up, I think on Sundays. I think some of the local people, yeah, because the guy who ran Khmer Hands, the place we were staying at, I overheard him talking about the beach clean-up. But to be honest,
more than once a week.
They'd probably have to do that every day to clear that. Yeah, point 4, just a quick one. I would say that just the general lack of anything much to do. Like there wasn't really anything of that much interest. There wasn't really loads of cool, funky restaurants. There wasn't good coffee. Like that was a struggle to find good coffee.
It was. We made it.
It's literally like doing a sandwich shop. Okay. Milk and sugar. Oh, right. I don't know how you drink that. That is so gross.
Not a fan.
We found one place, it was actually ran by the same people that ran our hotel, that had a little cafe by the seafront, and that was probably the nicest coffee we
That was the nicest one, but I still think the best coffee was this tiny little hut by the crab market.
Yes.
As you go towards the crab market, there's a tiny little coffee hut on your right hand side. And I can't remember the name, we can look for it and maybe put it here.
It is literally like a shed, like a hut. You don't go in it.
But the coffee was banging. It was really good. Like it was a strong coffee.
The coffee was cappuccino, not worth getting. If you just got a coffee, it was good, but
it was good.
They're not winning any awards.
We're not a fan of Cambodian coffee. We're not a fan of Cambodian coffee.
As you would have seen in the clips, it's rough.
I don't know.
Or
Make
that
your own mind up if you try
that one
it.
at least that we had at that cafe. Anyway, bad coffee. So, to round up, our recommendation for KEP, if you're going to go, so if you're in Kampot, for example, which is only half an hour or so down the road, then it's probably worth going to for maybe a day trip or one night. But how long we spent there, that was way too long.
It was.
Way too long.
Yeah, we spent too long. It was kind of our own fault, but we just read that it was a really lovely little seaside town, so we thought, why not spend the time?
Yeah, it seemed like something, we didn't expect there to be loads going on, but we expected a little something.
Yeah.
a little.
So our recommendation would be probably to spend maximum one night, but maybe even just a day trip.
Yeah.
The national park looks wicked, so if you get a chance, I would say try that out.
Yeah.
And try some of the crab, because it was really good.
Yeah. And stay somewhere cute. There's a lot of quite cute places that are quite bungalowy, treehouse vibe. But I wouldn't go out of your way to go there. Personally, I don't think it's really worth it. There are better beaches elsewhere, there's better food elsewhere, there's better general atmosphere elsewhere. So if you're nearby, pop over if you're fussed. Otherwise, it's not really a big loss.
And as we
in our opinion.
We just spent the time doing work really in our treehouse bungalow place.
Yeah.
We just spent the time doing that. So it was good to catch up.
Yeah.
But yeah, not what we expected.
Yeah. But from there we went on to Kampot, which you'll see in the next video, and things lifted right back up again. And we actually really enjoyed Kampot. So we got some cool videos coming from there where we see a few different things, we go on some boats, we do some cool stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really cool. So I guess we will see you in that video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see you then.
So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, another good thing about KEP is, I can't remember.